Fans, good afternoon. Welcome to the Centenary Softball Complex. Patrick Meehan here with you. We have a beautiful, may not look like it, but it is a beautiful day. It's just cloudy, cool, and windy, but it is not blazing hot like it was earlier in the week here. We've had about a 20, 25 degree temperature drop here in the last couple of days, but we have some exciting college softball for you this afternoon. The majors of Millsaps College are here to face the Centenary ladies in a doubleheader. Our first game is about set to go, and our second game will follow around 4 p.m. Have the visitors from Milsaps over in the first base dugout, and you probably see the entire Centenary squad out with some special guests that are here this afternoon doing a little pregame festivities. Go ahead and give you the lineups first for the majors. Molly Perry will bat first. She is a senior from Kaplan, Louisiana. There's a lot of Louisiana players on this Milsaps roster. Batting second, number 21, Cadence Cannon. She's a freshman from Gretna, Louisiana. Batting third, number 17, Kinsey Smith. She's a freshman from Lincoln, Alabama. Batting cleanup, and number 14, Alana Vasquez. She is from Italy. Batting fifth, number 26, Katie Norris. She's a senior outfielder from Hoover, Alabama. Batting sixth, number 15, Allie Nolan. She's a sophomore from Baker, Louisiana. Batting seventh, a senior from Metairie, Louisiana, number 3, Camille Black. Batting eighth is Allie Powell. She's a freshman from Boone, Texas. And then Maya Skinner is a freshman from Lincoln, Alabama, is in the circle. I'll give you the Centenary lineup in just a moment. These teams have already played. They actually opened the season against each other, and that was on February 9th in Jackson. And the majors actually swept the ladies. They won 6-1 in game 1 and 6-5 in game 2. But Milsaps has struggled since then. They actually have lost 7 in a row entering today's contest. They're 3-7 overall this year. The ladies are 4-8. Actually had their season-high 4-game winning streak snapped last Sunday as Concordia swept the ladies here 5-4 in game 1 and 11-4 in game 2. Have the head coach, Mark Mulvaney, is now stepping out to speak with the umpires as we are about to get set here with our pregame introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's softball game featuring Millsaps College versus your Centenary ladies. Let's start off today's doubleheader by meeting the Millsaps College softball team.
We're going to let you hear the
number 11
lineups,
Perry.
and we'll be back with you here in just a couple moments.
Number 21, Cadence Cannon. Batting third, number 17, Kinsey Smith. Batting fourth, number 14, Elena Vasquez. Batting fifth, number 26, Katie Norris. Batting sixth, number 15, Allie Nolan. Batting seventh, number 3, Camille Black. Batting eighth, number 5, Allie Powell. Batting ninth, 00, Maya Skinner. And at the flex, number 4, Cassidy Canella. Millsaps College is coached by Mark Mulvaney, Carly Mornax, and Chris Jones. Let's give a hand for Millsaps College. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your Centenary ladies. Mackenzie Cox. Batting second, playing second base, number 3, Catherine Stokes. Batting third and playing catcher, number 10, Jaden Thrasher. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 24, Morgan Dawson. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 19, Emma Shepard. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 27, Bella Dominguez. Batting seventh, out in left field, number 12, Janae Bland. Batting eighth and in center field, number 1, Mallory Stout. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 15, Brooke Sandiford. And at the flex position, playing pitcher today, number 7, Anna Scarborough. The Ladies are coached by head coach Whitney Patterson, assisted by assistant coach Heather Ivy. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for today's national anthem being sung by freshman cheerleader Ezzy Gonzalez.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very excited today. We have some friends joining us as part of the Centenary softball team for today. Please be loud, please be proud, and give a big hand to our friends from Holy Angels. We are honored today to have thrown out the first pitch for today from Holy Angels, Austin and Drew. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very honored today to have Holy Angels with us. Just a reminder, if any foul balls are hit in the park, please give them to a resident of Holy Angels. They'll be glad to help take them back to the dugout. They'll be helping us all day long, and we're so honored to have them here today.
All right, fans, Patrick Meehan back with you. Wanted to cut away there for a few minutes to let everyone hear the lineups being unveiled live. And then, as you heard, Reed Ebarb, our announcer here at the Centenary Softball Complex, was letting everyone know that we had some special guests here from Holy Angels facility here in Shreveport. We have some residents out here that are going to help get foul balls and things like that today, and they accompany the ladies for the starting lineups and throughout the first pitch. So anyway, we'll run back quickly through the lineups before we get started. This is Molly Perry. She's leading off and playing center field. And batting second and playing shortstop is Cadence Cannon. Batting third and playing first base will be 17 Kenzie Smith. Batting cleanup in the circle this afternoon for game one, number 14 Alana Vasquez. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 15 Allie Nolan. Batting seventh at third base is Camille Black. As Anna Scarbrock, the junior pitcher for the ladies, gets ready to throw the first pitch this afternoon. It's down low, 1-0. Finishing out the lineup for the majors, batting eighth in right field, number 5 Allie Powell. Batting ninth, designated player number 0 Maya Skinner. As here's a sharp foul ball just past the line down at third base. And then finally doing the catching, number 4 Cassidy Canella. The majors are coached by head coach Mark Mulvaney, assisted by Carly Mullinax. So around the defensively for the ladies here in game one, Janae Bland is in left field, Mallory Stout in center, Mackenzie Cox in right field. Ball down low. It's 2-1. At third base is Morgan Dawson. Brooke Sandifer at short, Catherine Stokes at second, Bella Dominguez at first, Jaden Thrasher doing the catching, and Scarbrock, as we mentioned, is in the circle. It's now 3-1 on Perry leading off the game. As we mentioned, it is cool and overcast. As you can see, it's 53 degrees here at first pitch. It'll turn very chilly overnight. And there is a leadoff walk for Perry. That'll bring the shortstop, Cadence Cannon, to the plate. As we mentioned in the open, heavy flavor of Louisiana players on this Millsaps team. Obviously, Jackson, Mississippi, only about 3 hours from here. Ball down low from Scarbrock. So when the ladies come to the plate, it'll be Mackenzie Cox leading off, Kat Stokes batting second, Thrasher third, Dawson fourth. Speaking of Cox, there's a ball lined out to her, and she easily corrals that. First out. Kenzie Smith, freshman from Lincoln, Alabama, steps to the plate batting third in this lineup. As I mentioned, the majors and ladies have already played. They open up the season against each other in Jackson on February 9th with Milsaps taking both games. Runner heads towards second. She's going to be in there with the stolen base. Throw is low, but there's going to be no chance for Sandifer to try to get her, so that's a stolen base. Ball's lined to center field, caught by Stout. Ball's fouled back. Oh, 1 pitch coming. Ball grounded to third. Dawson over to Dominguez. Gets the ladies out of a little jam. So nothing across for the Majors. Heading to the bottom of the first. Ladies will be at the plate when we come back.
Coffee, drinks, and candy all available, as well as popcorn at the concession stand. If you need bathrooms, men's and women's are on either side of the concession stand.
Patrick Meehan back here live with you. Bottom of the first inning. Kenzie Cox leading off, and she rips that ball. Oh, just lands foul down the left field line. It's 0-2. She took a strike looking. Had a little confusion out there with the umpires. I thought that ball was foul. Kenzie went with it for a while. Took a called strike. A couple foul balls here. Sorry we had a brief pause. We have people that come up and talk to us sometimes, seeking autographs, saying hi, such things like that. Kind of out in the open here, and it happens. A couple dogs out here at the complex. They might come up looking for treats and things like that. We're friendly folks, so we'll probably oblige. 0-2 to Kenzie Cox here leading off. Fouls it straight back. Kenzie Cox is someone you certainly want to keep off base. She is the national leader in Division III in stolen bases this year, 19 in 20 attempts. She has flown by the Centenary Division III era records as well. She's the program leader in career stolen bases. Good eye in there, and that sails down low. It's 1-2. Second baseman Kat Stokes will follow here and hit second. 1-2 pitch from Vasquez. Cox hits that sharply to second base, but flipped over there for the first out. So Cox out 4-3. I'll bring up Kat Stokes, sophomore, had a fantastic freshman season for the ladies. Stokes is from Natchitoches, Louisiana, and she was named honorable mention all conference last year. Ball is fouled off. Ball fouled off. Stokes hit .304 last season. Ball is popped, foul. Don't think she's going to be able to get there, and she's not. It's another foul ball. Stokes was third on the team last year with 42 hits and posted 11 multi-hit games, and she was exceptional in the field. She did not make an error. Perfect 1,000 fielding percentage. Off to another solid start this season. Top of the order for the ladies this year has been pretty lethal with Cox, Stokes, Jaden Thrasher, Morgan Dawson, Janae Bland, and Bella Dominguez. She goes chasing a little bit there outside, strikes out swinging. Out number 2. That'll bring up Jaden Thrasher. She's the reigning conference hitter of the week. A sophomore from Forney, Texas. Catching today. Also plays a little DH from time to time and play third base. The ball sails high and outside for ball 1. Called strike for strike number 1. Thrasher hit .625 last weekend against Arlington Baptist and Concordia here at home. Lines that ball off the glove of the first baseman, but she recovers and dives and touches the bag for the third out. So that's it for the ladies in the bottom of the first. And we head to the top of the second, scoreless here in game 1 of the doubleheader at the Centenary Softball Complex. We'll be back. Patrick Meehan back here with you as we start the top of the second with the majors at the plate. Ball 1 from Scarborough to Katie Norris. Fouls that ball back to the net. It's 1-1.
Katie Norris came into this game batting .333 with an .831 OPS, playing in all 10 games for the majors so far this season.
Swing and a miss there. It's the voice of our producer, Preston Ludwig, chiming in there. He's sitting beside me, not doing a very good job of blocking the wind, but overall he's a darn good guy, so It's okay. That ball is hit right to shortstop. That's going to be an error on Brooks Sandifer.
Except for Millsaps, number 15, Allie Holden.
I'll bring up Nolan. Yeah, Preston, as we mentioned, Milsaps, of course, beat the ladies twice on February, well, a month ago. And since then have really struggled. They've only won one game. They've lost 7 in a row coming into today. That ball is fair. That's going to be a sacrifice bunt that's going to move Norris down. Thrasher pounced on that and threw to Stokes, covering for the sacrifice. It'll move Norris down to second and bring Camille Black to the plate. So 1 out in the inning. The Majors have a runner on second. Ball is dumped, perfectly placed down the right field line, right over Dominguez's head. We talk about a perfectly placed hit.
That's what we call the Bermuda Triangle in baseball and softball.
There's no doubt about that. You cannot have dropped that, from a plane any better than that, Preston. Or, it was almost like a swinging bunt, even though it wasn't, and just no chance for Dominguez to get there. No chance for Kenzie Cox to get there, as we have a little meeting here with head coach Mark Mulvaney, talking to all of his players that will be involved in this next play here. Allie Powell now steps to the plate. Scarbrock in a bit of a pickle here. Runners on the corners, only 1 out. There's going to be a stolen base there.
Smart decision there for Jaden, just to let her have that bag. We've seen in the last couple of games, a lot of teams have tried to put a runner in motion and they just stop in the base path to distract the defense and squeeze in an easy run.
Yeah, for sure. Preston and I were watching a baseball game yesterday, and we were saying the same thing. Sometimes you just have to hold the ball. Sometimes there's not a lot that can a good result from trying to throw it down there. Ball fouled right over us. It's now 1-2. So Scarbrock with a chance to possibly get a strikeout here and get the second out. Fouled again. These games were supposed to be at noon and 2 today, but they are, of course, this game starting at 2 o'clock. Our second game will follow at approximately 4 p.m. Pushed back a little bit. We had some rain roll through last night. Temperatures dropped. Field looks great, though. And ball just kind of dropped by Scarbrock. That'll be an error on Scarbrock. It's going to allow.
The umpire's going to call that one a ball. I don't think I've ever seen that in a softball game.
That ball is going to get past Thrasher.
Be a pass ball on Jaden Thrasher. Allows that second run for Millsaps to come in this inning. Count will draw full. Owen's line to second. Cat's going to grab that one for out number 2. Nice play by Stokes.
Great play, as we mentioned earlier, the Gold Glover over there.
Let's bring up Maya Skinner.
Grounds at the Dominguez, steps on the bag easily.
Yeah, 3 unassisted. That'll bring it to the bottom of the second.
Yep, bottom of the second, ladies will come to the plate, trailing 2-0 over the Majors. We'll be back with you here in just a couple minutes. Patrick Meehan, Preston Ludwig back here with you at the Centenary Softball Complex. Milsaps strikes for 2 runs there in the top of the second, and now Morgan Dawson steps to the plate against Vasquez to lead off. It's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Hits that outside corner again. Gets the call. It's 0-2. Good crowd here today. Here at the Virginia's backyard, as they affectionately call it, here on the Centenary campus. Ball is fouled straight back, right towards us. Preston was pretty close to getting that one. It was just a little bit short. We'll get one at some point, I'm sure.
As long as it doesn't hit the camera, everything will be fine.
Well, Murphy's Law says it's going to hit the camera, so we are in trouble now. Dawson trying to stay alive here. 1-2. Fouls again. Boy, we've seen a lot of foul balls already, Preston.
We have.
Ball is fouled back towards baseball, which right now is unoccupied because the Diamond Gents are in San Antonio. Ball sails high. Gents, Diamond Gents, baseball team playing University of Texas at Dallas and Trinity today. You might think that's a little strange because Trinity is a conference opponent, but that's not a conference game. Trinity is hosting the Comets and Diamond Gents this weekend.
There's
Another foul ball. And so baseball's on the road. We look over to our left. Got some activity at Mayo Field. I believe soccer is having an alumni game. Preston, men's soccer program. Seen some current Gents and some familiar faces. Swing and a miss. Vasquez gets Dawson for the first out.
Vasquez not a big strikeout pitcher, only having 6 coming into this game. Already has 2 so far through 1 1/3.
She looks pretty good. Got some movement there, and then that outside pitch, she's been hitting that outside corner. Now Emma Shepard will stand in for the ladies. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. She's out in front of that one.
Big swing. she hits like she did last week, she may have a few go over the fence today. Had a few wall bangers last weekend.
Shepard, the junior from Athens, Louisiana, she transferred. She's in her first season with the ladies. That sails high. Winds kind of just start swirling around, Preston, because the American flag, as you can see it, straight center field is blowing out, but it seems like the wind is blowing in our face, so it's just hard to know what's going on at this point. As we know from many days spent out here and at baseball and soccer and lacrosse, you can't always go by what the flag is doing, because the wind now is really more prevalent because a lot of these trees have been removed for all the construction we have going on campus. Ball's fouled back.
I believe most of them got removed this week, so.
Yeah, it looks a little bare out here. When you actually come out, I was talking to a couple of the parents before the game, and they said it just doesn't even look like the same place. For folks that don't know, of course, with football coming in full force this fall, we just had an exhibition season, but football is back for the first time since the 1940s. A lot of things construction-wise are going on as Shepard swings through that for the out number 2, and the second out. That'll bring up Bella Dominguez, the first baseman. So Mayo Field is going to be going through some further construction. Soccer, lacrosse, and football will all play at Mayo Field. And this fall, you will have college football right here on the Centenary campus, which it's pretty remarkable. Really can't even describe in some ways how significant that is. Ball fouled back again. Feeble effort by one of the lacrosse players, just trying to save his energy for next week. Probably could have gotten there. We'll remind him about that later. We don't want any ankles twisted, but could be a little mud there, Preston. I'm not really sure what's going on over there.
Yeah, facilities are a little soggy today. I was actually talking to head coach Whitney Patterson before the game started today, and we were actually very surprised with how good shape the field was in this morning with all the rain from yesterday.
1-2 pitch. That ball is popped. Probably going to sail foul. It does. It hits off the top of the Milsaps dugout. Yeah, you're right, Preston. I tell you what, if you look out right now, it's probably what viewers are thinking at home. You couldn't tell that there's any sign of rain. I mean, the infield looks great. I think the wind did help overnight, and it did stop raining earlier than expected. It looked like it was going to be a washout all day, but it was early to mid-afternoon. The rain had subsided. Ball outside, good eye for Dominguez. It's now 2-2. The ladies are in the midst of their longest homestand of the season. Of course, they had the games with Concordia and Arlington Baptist last weekend. These games, good eye for Dominguez, and then they'll be here next weekend to start conference play against the University of Dallas. Full count here to Dominguez. Vasquez so far at 27 pitches, loading up the strike zone, 19 strikes out of her 27 pitches. Full count pitch. Dominguez rips that out towards center. That ball is carrying. Good catch out there, though. That ball really was aided by the wind. So we're through 2 here at the Centenary Softball Complex. We'll be back. Millsaps 2, ladies 0. Top of the third inning for Millsaps. This is Perry coming up to lead off the inning against Anna Scarborough. Looks at a ball down low.
That one just missed.
All fouled off again. There's a strike call. The Scarborough, junior from Alexandria, Louisiana. She's tied with Alexis Roach for the team lead in games started. Coming into today was 5, so this is her 6th. The ball grounded towards Stokes. Pretty much any times that happens, Preston, you can just go ahead and
might as well write it down as an out in the scorebook.
It's pretty much automatic. Hope I don't jinx her. Heard a little noise there. A little concerned. Thought Preston fell. Strike one. Ball outside.
I don't think I've gained that much weight since I stopped playing.
No, you haven't. Ball grounded to Sandifer. Good play.
Made that one look easy. The second out. Bring up Kinsey Smith. Kinsey Smith is batting .500 on the season in 4 games.
I think she's listed as 5'7", Preston. She looks taller than 5'7". She's got a big strike zone, right?
That is correct.
She digs in here ahead 1-0. Scarborough looking for a quick inning. Ball grounded to third.
Morgan
Good play over
Dawson
there.
made that look easy for the third out. And that'll do it for the top of the third.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. So we head to the bottom of the third. Ladies coming up, down 2-0. Bottom of the third inning, Janae Bland will lead off for the ladies. Centenary looking to get something going here. Bland, freshman from Livingston, Texas, is having a really good season so far. She fouls off the first pitch against Vasquez.
Yeah, speaking of having a good season, she played in 10 out of the 12 games here for the ladies. Came into this one batting .310.
Fouls that back. Yeah, 9 hits, 6 RBIs, 4 runs scored. On base percentage of .333.
She gets on.
That's correct. That's what she's looking to do here. Ladies need to get something going. Vasquez has been good. 34 pitches, 23 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Sails high, good eye. Assistant coach Heather Ivy over at first base. Head coach Whitney Patterson back at third base. Ball is hit out towards center field, but that's going to hang up. Be caught out there for the first out by Perry. I'll bring up Mallory Stout. Super senior here from Trinity, Texas. Mallory's had a fine career here for the ladies and patrols center field with the best of them in the conference. Very good defensively. Takes it down low. Stout has 8 hits this year, 7 runs scored, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, and a stolen base, hitting .250. Ball high. No, Preston, you were a standout baseball player. Obviously, there are some similarities between these games, but you really got to be ready to hit in softball, don't you? Because that ball, there's the reaction time is.
It gets on you really quick.
Yes. Strike call down low in the zone, but a good pitch.
It was always fun coming out here on off days while I was still an undergrad. And we'd always have competitions with some of the softball pitchers, and they would try and get the baseball players out, and it is not easy.
Oh, smooth play over there at shortstop. Give credit where credit's due. Cannon, a great play over there just to get Stout at first.
That one was almost the first hit for the ladies today. Still looking for that first one. See if Brooke Sandifer can do that for us. Be hit out to second. That'll be a third out, so we'll have to wait.
Yep, she's out. 4-3, so we're through 3. We will head to the top of the 4th. Be back here at Centenary Softball Complex, 2-0, Millsaps. Back to action here in the top of the 4th. That first pitch is lined over Scarbrock's glove into center field for a leadoff single for Vasquez.
That'll improve her .448 average.
She wasted no time there. That brings up Katie Norris, senior outfielder from Hoover, Alabama, batting 5th in the lineup. Ball is fouled off to the above the Centenary dugout.
Majors are coming out swinging in the top of the 4th. That one's going to be in the dirt.
Oh,
That'll be a stolen base for Alana Vasquez. And that'll draw the count to 1-1. That is Alana's 4th stolen base of the season.
just got in under the tag. Thrasher got that ball down quick. That ball is popped up towards left field, shallow left. Nice play there by Bland.
Yeah, it seemed like almost Vasquez kind of slowed up before she got to second. But nonetheless, stolen base.
Yeah, you're right, Preston. I wonder, well, you know, the ball did go in the dirt, and I wonder if she was completely aware of where the ball was. Kind of hesitated a little bit and then made her way down there. And strong throw from Thrasher. Just got in under, so the Majors have another runner in scoring position. Ball 1. So 1 out here in the inning.
This will be a good opportunity for Allie Nolan to pick up her 3rd ribby on the year.
Ball down and in. As we mentioned, good crowd here on a cool, windy day. Lots of activity with the soccer alumni game getting going here in a little while next to us. With the Milsaps obviously being so close, and then several Louisiana natives on their roster. Brings a good crowd from Milsaps as we look over to the right. Ball smashed down towards 3rd base.
Good
Looks
snag
back to
by
second.
Dawson.
Good play there. So she's out on the ground out. Vasquez had gone about halfway, but goes back to second base. Camille Black now steps up, batting 7th in the order. Ball down low, good. Stop by Thrasher. Thrasher is a very talented sophomore from Forney, Texas. As we mentioned, can do some work at 3rd base and DP, and of course has really developed into one of the better catchers in the conference in only her 2nd year. She was good defensively last year, Preston, but it is even improved in defense. Talking to head coach Whitney Patterson, really pleased with the work that Thrasher does behind the plate. Ball's fouled off her foot. That does not feel good anytime. Doesn't feel good on a day like today.
Yeah, going back to Thrasher, her versatility to be able to play catcher and 3rd base at any moment. It's a good asset for the ladies. As Morgan Dawson, the 3rd baseman today, is also a catcher. So
Yeah.
on days like today, I assume in game 2 we'll probably see Morgan Dawson behind the plate, and Jaden will either DP or play 3rd.
Yeah, that's probably pretty likely as Camille Black tries to walk that off. You know, she's thinking right now, Preston, just please, please, no foul balls off the foot.
Not again.
Ball is hit out towards right field, but Kenzie Cox is right there. Falls into her glove for the 3rd out. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Millsaps 2, Centenary 0. Kenzie Cox leads off with a infield hit here to start the fourth inning. Just popped that right over the pitcher's head. So Kat Stokes now will step to the plate. Cox gets back.
Kenzie Cox, the senior over on first base, as you mentioned earlier, leads the nation in D3 in stolen bases, so I would imagine she's probably going, well, right now.
There she goes.
Took that one with ease.
Stolen base number 20. Ball outside.
Good eye by Stokes, setting herself up for a good pitch here. Good hitter's count.
Ball down low. It's 3-1. Pitch. Stokes hits that out of right center.
That one's going to find the gap.
It is. Stokes is going to head into second.
That'll be a stand-up double.
Stokes drives in. Cox. Well-placed hit out there, Preston, out in right center. So a double to right center. And ladies finally get on the board.
Mark Mulvaney's going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Going out there to talk to Maya Skinner. Now the aforementioned Jaden Thrasher, current conference hitter of the week, steps to the plate. The ball is popped up towards right field. Makes the play. I was thinking that might be trouble. You just don't know with this wind. So Morgan Dawson now steps in. Ladies looking to get that tying run in. Stokes out at second base with one out. Ball in the dirt. Stokes is going to head down to third.
And that would go down as a pass ball.
Pass ball there.
Stokes now in prime position to get the tying run across the plate. And that should do it. It's going to be flied to center, and it'll go down as a sac fly.
That's just what you want right there. It's great hitting, great execution there for the ladies.
bring up the DP, Emma Shepard. This one's flied, but it'll be easy work out in left field. It'll be the third out of the inning.
So Shepard goes down after one pitch. And we head to the top of the fifth. The ladies have tied it 2-2.
Allie Powell steps up to the plate for the Majors. Start off the fifth. That one just misses inside. Powell 0 for 1 today. Looking to get her first hit for the game. That one's line foul. That one misses low for ball 2. That one misses low again as well. Draws the count, so 3-1. That one just misses for ball 4. As Powell gets on with a leadoff walk.
Scarbrook's at 47 pitches now, 28 strikes. Skinner at the plate. Folks, sorry about a little confusion earlier with the Milsaps lineup. You might have been hearing me talking about Vasquez in the circle. That was actually Skinner. That was just some misinformation. Now, I won't put blame on anybody. Ball is ripped fair just inside the first base line. Runner will go to third. But anyway, we had a little confusion, so we apologize for that. But what you were seeing on your screen was correct. We'll just.
It looks like we're going to have a pinch runner in for Skinner at first.
Coming in to pinch run, number 12, Haley Hoffauer.
It's number 12, Hoffauer, is going to pinch run here at first base. So the Majors have something cooking here. Nobody out, runners at the corners. Ball is bunted foul by Perry. So 0-1. So anyway, not to dwell on that, but we obviously don't want people to be confused on the broadcast. But Skinner has been in the circle, not 14. Vasquez. We'll clarify that later, but your eyes were not deceiving you. We apologize for that. 2-2 game here in the top of the 5th. I'm sure I jinxed it by saying the wind has died down for a couple of seconds. You'll probably hear it whipping in the background in no time. Ball outside. Second game to follow here between the majors and the ladies, and then the third and final game of the series at noon tomorrow. Hope you'll join us again for the second game and then the third game tomorrow at noon. Ball fouled off. Back towards Mayo Field. As mentioned, some of our fans just stop by all the time and say hello. You never know who's going to show up. Ball ripped towards second base. Stokes tries to make the play. That'll be an error on Stokes. It was hit hard, but she'll reach on the E4 and move Hoffire down to second base. Powell scores.
Sometimes you just got to hit the ball hard and hope that good things happen.
Yep, put the ball in play. That ball is.
It's going to go down as a sack.
Sack down from Cannon.
In the book, it'll go 5-4.
Number 17, Kenzie Smith.
As Cannon is out at first, but it does advance the runners to now second and third. With only one out.
Kenzie Smith back at the plate. Pop back foul. The Majors have regained the lead at 3-2. Scarborough probably would most like a strikeout here, Preston, obviously.
Strikeout here is the best possibility or best outcome. That or infield pop-up.
Ball's ripped to Sandifer at short. She'll take that, so that's her only play. Good play. You do get the out. You have to trade a run for the out, though, but kind of helps you stay out of a big inning, obviously, so retired on the ground out.
Number 14, Anna Vasquez.
You're definitely correct. That takes the sac fly out of the equation for the Majors. So that one's ripped down the left field line.
Oh, good play out there by Bland. Just as she crossed into foul territory, caught that ball. Nice play out there. But 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left for the Majors. Will head to the bottom of the 5th. Dominguez, Bland, and Stout due up for the ladies, trying to tie or take the lead. Back here to live action, Patrick Me and Preston Ludwig with you. Bella Dominguez, first baseman, will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the ladies. Ladies looking to tie or take the lead as Millsaps scored 2 in the top half. Ball sails high for ball 1. Maya Skinner still in the circle, 51 pitches, 33 strikes. She's been very efficient. Ball right down the middle for a called strike. It's the ladies, of course, the second game to follow, and then tomorrow against Milsaps at noon. And then, as we mentioned, next weekend, they start conference play here against Dallas. Doubleheader on Saturday and a single game on Sunday. And then they will have conference series with Shriner and Trinity last weekend in March and the last weekend in April. Ladies, as we mentioned, in the midst of their longest homestand, are going to spend a lot of time on the road in March and April. Ball popped out again.
Yeah, going back to what you mentioned earlier with our homestand, after next weekend against Dallas to start off conference, that'll be the 10th game in a row at home for the ladies.
1-2 to Bella Dominguez leading off. Ball high.
The ladies with a very home-heavy beginning of the season will be away for most of the remainder.
Pop foul again. Ladies were picked to finish 5th in the conference preseason poll. Dallas was picked 8th last. Texas Lutheran, the national power, was picked first. The ball's lined to first. Thought she caught it, but she flipped over to first. I believe that was just a little short hop. Sometimes you do it just to be safe, but she's
Never
out
know
there.
what the umpire sees.
That's true. Janae Bland steps to the plate. That's the ladies. We mentioned 4-8. They're 2-4 so far at home. 4-8 this season. That ball sails high. Ladies, of course, dropped the 2 games to Milsaps in Jackson on February 9th and lost a doubleheader at Bellhaven on February 13th in Jackson. Bland rips that ball. Hit it well, but right there to make the catch was Perry. It's going to bring Mallory Stout up to the plate. Ladies came home and faced Hardin Simmons here on February 18th and lost a doubleheader, which at that point dropped their record to 0-6, but they went to Hendricks and took out their frustrations. The ball is bunted towards a circle, and 1 pitch, 1 out there. So we'll get back to some of the recent schedule for the ladies as we head to the 6th. Millsaps 4, ladies 2. Back here to live action here in the top of the 6th inning, and Norris, another perfectly placed ball just out of the reach of Bland. That ball dropped just fair, sets a leadoff double down the left field line here against Scarborough. And Nolan is going to come to the plate. Scarborough has only thrown 56 pitches, 35 for strikes.
I was just about to say before the inning got off to a hot start that even though the score is 4-2, 6 runs in this game in total, it's still been a pretty quiet day at the plate for both teams. Millsaps only with 4 hits, Centenary only with 2.
It definitely has. That ball ripped out down the right field line will go foul. So getting back to what we were talking about earlier, the ladies went to Hendricks on February 24th, really reeling. They were 0-6, and they just pounded Hendricks 11-3 and 15-5, and then came home and swept Arlington Baptist last Saturday 7-1 and 10-2 in 5 innings to get their record to 4-6 before that doubleheader loss to Concordia last weekend. Puts the ladies at 4-8, but talking to head coach Whitney Patterson during the week, might be cliche, but the ladies they're better than their record. They've got some good numbers, and they're looking to obviously right the ship. And of course, Milsaps, they're coming in on this 7-game losing streak. They want to snap that streak as badly as the ladies want to creep closer to 500. So definitely a good matchup. Ball I thought it was going to hang up for Cox. Just dropped in front of her. It's not too often that Mackenzie Cox doesn't get to a ball, Preston, but that was
in
a tough
that
one.
Bermuda Triangle gray area that we were talking about earlier. Just one of those that depends on the positioning of the defense.
Runner holds at second. Wasn't going to go anywhere, not knowing what was going to happen out there.
That one's
ball
popped up.
A good play by Thrasher. Ball's bunted in the air.
So the sacrifice fails there.
So Allie Powell now, that's a big out right there. Powell steps to the plate. Strike 1. Quick reaction by Thrasher to catch that ball and foul ground on the failed sacrifice, and 1 out. Hits the outside corner. Good pitch.
That goes back to what we were saying about Jaden Thrasher stepping up defensively and improving since last year, despite already having a good season defensively in 2023. Sometimes it's hard as a catcher to know exactly where that ball's at when it's popped straight up, and she did a good job getting on that quickly.
For sure, you got the mass, you got the wind, you got the umpire and the batter around you. There's a lot going on.
Got the crowd screaming a lot of stuff.
That's right. Because Preston knows those, at any position in baseball and softball, but the instincts of a catcher just can't be undervalued. Being aware, ball is hit right back towards Scarborough.
That'll be a 1-3 double play to get out of the inning.
Nice play there, and so that'll get the ladies out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, 4-2. Millsaps over Centenary. back here to live action. Patrick, me, and Preston Ludwig here with you. Bottom of the 6th inning, shortstop Brooke Sandifer leading off for the ladies. She rips that ball down the right field line and just drops foul.
Good swing by Brooke there.
Maya Skinner still in the circle for Millsaps. It's actually, she and Kenzie Smith are both from Lincoln, Alabama. Preston, not high school teammates, but from the same hometown. Swinging and a miss there for Sandifer. Brooke Sandifer, the junior from Denham Springs, Louisiana, went to Episcopal High School in Baton Rouge. Ball outside, good eye.
That one just missed. Great pitch by Skinner.
As Preston mentioned earlier, wind calming down a little bit, the sun trying to peek through the clouds. It was not supposed to get any higher than maybe 60 degrees today. Swing and a miss for Sandifer. That ball had some steam on it.
And that'll be Skinner's 4th strikeout of the game.
Kenzie Cox steps to the plate. She got things going a couple innings ago when the ladies tied the game. Leadoff batter for the ladies. Kat Stokes to follow. Ball somehow didn't hit anybody. It missed Kenzie Cox's elbow, bat, missed the catcher, missed the umpire. Oh boy, that ball.
Good off-speed pitch there.
It's like a roller coaster, Preston. The ball started way up and then ended up about letter high.
Wouldn't be surprised if she goes back to it, and she does. That one missed, though.
2-1 to Kenzie Cox.
Guess that's the tactic to take when you have a slap hitter like Kenzie Cox up at the plate. Kind of throw off the timing.
That's right. Ball slapped out towards second base. Took a wicked hop. Base hit for Kenzie Cox. That ball was just ate up the shortstop, but ball had some major steam on it.
Yeah, I think that one just took a bad hop out there. Thing had a lot of spin off the bat of Kenzie. Looks like Cat squares around for ball 1. And Kenzie Cox takes second with ease.
Another stolen base, Preston.
That'll be number 21 on the year. That one's hit straight up. But the center fielder, Molly Perry, able to come up and grab that for out number 2.
Well, one swing from Thrasher, you know what that would do, Preston.
Yeah, with how she was hitting last week, if she does that here, have ourselves a tie ball game.
Ball high.
She definitely has the power for it.
We've seen it several times. She had a couple here last year. We saw a couple over at ETBU. You might remember that. She had a home run there in Marshall, Texas.
Yeah, last year she had 4 home runs in total.
Skinner set. Throw her 71st pitch of the afternoon. Ball's fisted out towards second base. Weird bounce, but over to first and gets the out. And Thrasher retired 4-3. So we head to the 7th. Hoffpower, Perry, and Cannon due up for the majors, leading 4-2 here at the Centenary Softball Complex. We'll be back.
At bat, 0-0, Miles Skinner.
Patrick Meehan, Preston Ludwig back here with you. Skinner hits the first pitch here in the top of the 7th inning, and
I think that one almost hit a truck out there in left field.
got some lacrosse players, I believe, that are out there beyond left field. That's just a harmless foul ball, but it was a big swing. Ball 1-1-1 to Skinner leading off here against Scarborough. 65 pitches, 41 for strikes. We've reached the top of the 7th, 4-2 Milsaps. Ball outside. Game 2 to follow. I believe we started a little bit early, Preston. I think we might have started a little before
About
2.
10 minutes or so.
So it's only 3:13 p.m. Here we are, top of the 7th. That ball is
That one's
ripped to
ripped.
left field. Nice play by Janae Bland out there in left field.
A lot of good swings here today. Just not a lot dropping for both sides. Only 8 hits total in the game. 5 for Millsaps, 3 for Centenary.
Molly Perry, the senior from Kaplan, Louisiana, the Lafayette area. She's very familiar. That's going to be a base hit there. Fielded by Scarborough, but wisely, she didn't have time to throw over there. So
That's the batting before one, Hayden Scan.
We'll bring up Cadence Cannon.
Number 21, Cannon. She actually called time herself and wanted to go down there and talk to head coach Mark Mulvaney.
Molly Perry already with a stolen base in this one. Making it 6 on the season. May go here. She does. And they're going to call her safe. I thought they got the tag on her, but
I think she might have just slid under Preston. When you had said stolen base, my eyes just started to get locked on second base, and I do think she might have. The throw was very good for Thrasher, but I think that she did just slide under. Ball hits the bag. Cox is going to come in. We might have a play at the plate if she sends her here. There is going to be a play at the plate, and she slides safe. Boy, another perfectly placed ball there.
don't see that too often where the ball hits the bag down the line.
So a single to right. She advanced to second on the throw. Perry comes around from second to score, and Smith will be at the plate. So perfectly placed hit down there. I think it just grazing the first base bag probably slowed it up just a little bit because it was a good throw from Cox to the plate. But
Yeah, I think if that one doesn't hit the bag, they don't send her. Bag was definitely in favor for the Majors on that hit.
so Smith at the plate, it's 1-1, 1 out. Majors have added a fifth run. Yeah, good call, Preston. I think that it just slowed it up, and then it took a while for the ball to just dribble off the dirt into the grass. There's a foul ball. Mackenzie Cox pounced on that ball quick and made a great throw to Thrasher, but that was really just what they need. Of course, game of inches, as we know, and that's really all they needed to slow that ball up, score that fifth run. Ball sails high. 2-2 with 1 out. Millsaps looking to snap their 7-game losing streak, and the ladies looking to snap their 2-game losing streak after a season-high 4-game winning streak. That ball is popped up just over us. I was prepared for that ball to either hit our roof or hit one of us in the face. I feel like Preston
I prefer option 1.
Preston Ludwig, former star baseball player, was hopefully just going to stick his paw out there and protect me. Full count pitch coming from Scarborough, looking for a big second out. Runner still out there at second base. Strike 3 call right down the middle. Good pitch. Smith goes down looking.
Believe it or not, after only going 6 1/3, Anna Scarborough picks up her first strikeout of the game. Now it's going to be a wild pitch, and that'll allow the runner to get to third. Cannon. Now it's going to be ripped to right, but great play by Kenzie Cox on the dive.
What a catch. Seen that a lot over the years. Lines out to Cox in right, but the Majors add 1 on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Heading to the bottom of the 7th, last chance for the ladies. Dawson, Shepard, Dominguez due up. We'll be back. Patrick Meehan, Preston Ludwig back here with you at the windy Centenary Softball Complex, Virginia's backyard, here on the campus of Centenary College. Milsaps and Centenary game 1 of the doubleheader. Ball down in the dirt in front of the plate to Morgan Dawson, who's leading off here against Skinner. Bottom of the 7th inning. Ladies need 3 to tie, 4 to win here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Dawson gets a hold of that one.
That
ball's
wind's
probably
going to take that
yeah.
one, but it's
Holds
not
up.
enough.
Perry gets that one for the first out. Shepard is going to come up. So Skinner, 75 pitches, 48 strikes. Been pretty efficient. So Shepard, batting 5th in the lineup today, steps in. Ball 1.
And Skinner's been making quick work out there in the circle so far this game.
Ball hit towards left field, and it's going to hang up there, hang up in the wind.
Just like I said, it's a quick 2 outs. We'll bring the ladies down to their last out of the game.
Bella Dominguez, senior first baseman from Newark, California. She'll stand in, trying to keep the ladies' hopes alive. Ball 1. We'll be back with you after a little break between games for our second game of the doubleheader. So we'll probably start maybe a little after 4 p.m. Called strike there. So if you're close, if you're in town, still bundle up, grab a jacket and a hat and come on out here for game 2. We'd love to have you, but if not, you can sit there on the couch and enjoy it. Lines out to third base. That'll do it for game 1 of the doubleheader. Millsaps 5 and Centenary 2. So we'll be back with you, as mentioned, in a little bit. I'm going to give you some totals from this game and the starting lineups for game 2. So Centenary falls 5-2 to Milsaps here in the first game. We'll be back with you in about a half hour.
Preston Ludwig back here with you to give you the final totals and pitching decisions. Anna Scarbrock of Centenary falls to 2-4 on the season. Maya Skinner, she gets the win. She improves to 1-1. Millsaps wins game 1, 5-2 over Centenary with 7 hits, 0 errors. As I said, Centenary with 2 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors. Centenary is now 4-9 overall in the year. And Milsaps improves to 4-7. And that'll do it for game 1. We'll be back here with you shortly. If you're watching on YouTube, head on over to the softball playlist and click on game 2. We will start that stream here shortly. If you are leaving here and you're not viewing game 2, be sure to keep up with all the details at gocentenary.com. All updates are also posted on our social media pages at Go Centenary and Centenary Athletics on Facebook. We'll be back here shortly for the start of game 2.